While researching the use of mercury as a medicine, I came across a curious pronouncement. The year was 1546. Venetian physician, scholar, and poet Hieronymus Fracastorius had earlier suggested using mercury to cure syphilis, but when talking about administering mercury orally, he condemns the practice. Why was this a curious statement for me? You see, metallic mercury is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature. I had just naturally assumed that if you were going to take mercury, you would take it by mouth. After all, that's how we take medicine nowadays, by mouth. There were two forms of administration that Fracastorius approved of: enunctions and fumigation. Now, enunctions don't seem to share much in common with taking medicines via the mouth, but fumigation does. Fumigation is the act of exposing the patient to fumes created by placing preparations, herbal or otherwise, over coals to produce smoke. Why would Fracastorius approve of a nasal administration, but not an oral one? Aren't the nose and the mouth part of the same set of passageways? To get a better idea of what's going on here, let's take a look at a fumigation in progress. The person in the foreground is undergoing fumigation. Typically, the patient is seated inside a large wooden box or cask, and the mercurial treatment is placed over the burning coals at the bottom, releasing the fumes. One thing immediately leaps out. The patient's head is outside of the box. If the patient is supposed to be inhaling the fumes in order to be treated, why is their head outside of where the fumes are? Why is there even a box? Wouldn't it be simpler to have the patient put his or her head over the fumes instead? Gideon Harvey tells us the answer when he explains that mercury, by external unction or fumigation, is let into the body through the ambient external pores. Perfect! So it's not about the nostrils or the mouth, it's about pores. Except Girolamo Russelli records a fumigation recipe with directions to receive the fume by the mouth and the nose. That seems to put inhalation back on the table, until we notice that the eyes, nostrils, and mouth are considered pores. Now we can reasonably be confident that fumigation works through the pores of the skin. So, we've gotten past the skin, but what about within the body? In this example, the barrenness test, fumigation is used to test whether or not a woman is able to conceive. The woman is seated, wrapped up to the neck with blankets, and a funnel is inserted into her vagina. The doctor would make a fumigation under the funnel, and if you could smell the fumigation on her breath, it meant she could become pregnant. Apparently, the fumes enter the body, and so long as they are not blocked, rise naturally up to the head, where they can exit via the mouth. But how can fumes travel from the womb to the digestive and respiratory tracts? Walter Bailey indirectly provides us with an answer when he instructs us to make less finely powdered medicines that can't pass through the small pores of the body. Not just the skin, but the body itself, its organs, has pores. That's how smoke can travel within the body. So, that's how a treatment like fumigation had its effect. But if everything in the body has pores, and the mouth, nostrils, and eyes are considered pores, what exactly are pores?